Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Guys, today we're talking about purpose and how having a definite purpose that will change your life, but also certainly help to make you more productive, as you'll see in a second. If you are new, you can go to productivethroughjoy.com to see about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. We have a really interesting series of workshops and webinars and offerings you'll see there. It's all laid out largely on the website to get a sense of what we do, how we do, when we do, as we do. So thanks for being here with us today. Holla at us and we'll holla back. Again, today we're talking about purpose, but I should say a few words about myself for those of you who are new to the show. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher, author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, author of the acclaimed historical novel Americus, author of the Pulitzer Prize nominated Animating Black and Brown Liberation, a Theory of American Literature. I am the board president of a great nonprofit here in LA called The World Stage, which is this really special place. If you're coming to LA, you got to go to The World Stage. 7 days a week of extraordinary arts and education programming, live concerts. I mean, you go to theworldstage.org to see about us, that great nonprofit. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergrad. My master's is from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature is from the University of California at Riverside. Guys, I'm an expert at being productive. I don't say that to brag or boast. I say it because people are almost always surprised to hear of this level of productivity when they hear my crazy story. I am the product of a young sister who was sexually assaulted at age 16 in a terrible story, gave birth to me at age 17, and subsequently gave me up for adoption to a single divorcee. So at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Difficult times for the young MD, yet it's cool. Modi famously said, "How you like me now?" Right? And if I can be this productive and be so through joy, I am convinced that other people in their own way, in their own lanes, can be productive as well. And that is not to say that we need to in any way minimize any type of systemic obstacles to Black folks in particular, because I've been through a whole bunch of them. And continue to go through them. But I am saying that those things are going to be there. And we have to find a way, anyway, to work around those and navigate those. So I know we can do it. It's really all people. And so this show is really in many ways about that. How do you be productive, for example, in the context of systemic racism, systemic misogyny, systemic just anti-humanist, we're breathing in Black is literally against the law. So that's why we have to upgrade our game to deal with what is being dealt with what we have to deal with in the world and on the world today. So anyway, I don't get too preachy today, because don't get me preaching. I'll get all that stuff. So thanks for being here, guys. Let's dive into today's topic. So we're talking about purpose today, and we don't really think about purpose very often. There was a great book which was The Purpose-Driven Life. I forget old boy's name who wrote that, but that book brought the idea, I think, of purpose to a wider audience, and made it a part of the national conversation. I have a colleague who, and this may have come from that book, who has written a purpose statement, and she inspired really the show today, actually. And so I should give her a shout. So let me shout to Sakura, who inspired the show today with her purpose statement, and has me thinking about my own purpose and writing those things down. And so I did that today earlier in a concrete, shorter form, as my birthday is about to hit in a couple of days. In fact, today's my mother's birthday, who adopted me, Gladys Steen. And thank God for her, because without her wouldn't be no me. That's for sure. So, Mom, happy birthday to you on this magnificent day. And so, point one is that you want to be thinking about, what is your purpose? Like, what's like for you? Like, what does that mean for you? All right. Why are you here, and what thing do you need to get done while you're on the planet? Because as we know, life is short and death is certain, but everybody, and not to get all morbid, but death is undefeated. And so while we're here, we have to do what we can do, and enjoy the journey and smile and be in joy and all that. But this ain't forever, at least in these physical bodies. So it's incumbent upon us to do what we can do while we're here. Fight for justice, be about love, be about excellence, be about greatness, be about abundance for our family, community, and ourselves. Be about, for me, rising, all those things, of course, but also rising to one love as my personal philosophy, religion, worldview, like living that out daily, right? Manifesting as the one love, as what I would call it, is God itself, right? So whatever your particular purpose, you want to be thinking about. Then point two is you want to start living it out. You want to get a plan. So, a part of that is writing it down, having something written down where you can be thinking about, looking at it, saying it every day. That's what I do, just to be thinking about that. And just a short statement that I can kind of keep my focus on what I'm here about, and when I struggle and go through what I go through, as we all go through things, that keeps me on track, which goes right into point three. As you have that purpose written down, you're thinking about it, you just want to be present to it. You want to, if you have dreams, if you're a dreamer like many of us are, and you have big goals, or you've made big mistakes, or on your journey towards your big goals, you've fallen, and and you're like, you have, if I would have, should have, could have been a contender. You can be other places than the present. You can be in the past, bemoaning past mistakes, or in the future, anticipating what's going to happen, and not being the present. And one of the most important parts of having a purpose-driven life is to be in the present forward, like to be here. I'm reading Thich Nhat Hanh's The Miracle of Mindfulness again, which is such a incredible book. I'm in a section now called Eating a Tangerine, which I know sounds crazy, but I just about cried in the little section about eating a tangerine, which I don't give it a spoiler. I don't want to spoil the book, but I encourage you to read. He has many books, but I encourage you to read. This is one of his, I think, his first big meditation books. It must be, because this is I think the book that really brought much of this Vietnamese style of meditation to the U.S. But whoa, but the point is that be present eating that damn tangerine, right? Not somewhere else. That was a bad representation of how deep that little passage is, but boom goes the dynamite, guys. That's all we have for today's show. We'll see you. We'll see you this afternoon at 4:45 p.m. Thanks for being here. I'm loving and respecting all of you. Be safe. Thank God for justice. Peace and blessings.